What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with another Warhammer video for you guys today. And today it is the Lizardmen versus the Dark Elves. So we're playing as the Lizardmen today, and we're just going to quickly go over our army once again and just show you guys what we've got. So our front line is currently consisting of two groups of Temple Guards, as well as some red-crested skinks. You can see here we've got the Temple Guard, we've got a group of red-crested skinks, as well as the Star Chamber Guardians. Put them in here because they're just really solid Regiment of Renown, and as well as I swear we had more Temple Guard. Yeah, we do. So we've got a secondary line of Temple Guard as well. Now, in between these two Temple Guard, we've put the red-crested skinks mainly because of their poison attacks. Now, the poison attacks weaken target's speed and damage. So it's really effective just having them mixed in and just dealing damage with units on the prowl. Now, we've got our red-crested skink chief here on his gigantic ancient stegodon, going to be doing some major damage. Our backline, once again, has some more red-crested skinks paired with the Croxagors and the Temple Guards. Love me some Croxagors. Look at these beastie boys. Look at them, ready to come in and shred stuff with their hammers. And on our right side flank, we kind of just invested in a couple groups of skin cohorts just to protect our Ancient Sallies. So these guys are going to be our main ranged units today, as well as a Bastiladon with the solar engine. So you can see down here, the Bastiladon is already dealing some decent damage to their field artillery, the Reaper Bolt Thrower. So I'm feeling like he was already a worthy investment. Now for our enemy, they currently have a pretty ranged built army. So their front line, they've got the Dark Shards, more Dark Shards along here, as well as their Reaper Bolt Thrower. And then on the flank here, they've got the Bolt Fiends. So these are Dark Shards with shields, and these guys are pretty solid as well. And then on his flanks, he's got two more regiments of renown, the Slaanesh Harvesters, the Doomfire Warlocks. These guys are going to be really detrimental to getting through to my ranged units. As well as that, he's also got the Knights of the Ebon Claw, which are Dread Knights, and these guys look absolutely sick. I love the way these guys look. So yeah, that's pretty much what his ranged and flanks consist of. And then behind his range, which is obviously going to move these guys up, he's got some Corsairs, as well as some Bleak Swords, which are kind of just chafe units, and some Sisters of Slaughter. He's also got another group of Dark Riders over here, and a Feral Manticore in the skies, which honestly isn't probably going to do too much damage to us. And then he's got a Supreme Sorceress of Death, as well as an Assassin. So guys, without further ado, let's get into the battle and see how this plays out. Now, we're kind of just standing here because we didn't really want to move any of our units up. We figured we had the ranged advantage because of our Bastiladon, and we really just wanted to try and take out his Reaper Bolt Throw. And you can see that we are doing solid damage with our Bastiladon for it. The Star Chamber Guardians are taking a bit of damage for it, but we really weren't too worried about it. We were like, we need to get this Reaper Bolt Thrower out. Let's just deal with that, and then we can move all our infantry forward. Really, they didn't have much of a range advantage because they only had the artillery piece, and our artillery piece was taking them out, like, without a doubt. Like, you can see here, our Bastiladon is dealing some solid damage. Reaper Bolt Thrower did manage to do quite a bit of damage to us, which honestly is a pretty solid amount, mainly because our Star Chamber Guardians cost so much. But you can see here, he has started moving his chariots and cavalry up, so we did try to move our army to intercept it, but you can see we just really wanted to protect our Ancient Sallies as well as everything else. So here we go. You can see here his archers are now in range of us. Our Temple Guard are under fire, and he's going to get a recharge on us. Is he? No recharge on us today. He kind of pulls out at the last second, but you can see here he has moved his Doomfire Warlocks and Ebon Claw into the forest. Our Ancient Sallies are popping off on them. What did he pop off here? He's popped something. Spirit Leech, there we go. So he's popped Spirit Leech on the Temple Guard. They're in battle with the Dark Riders. Honestly, the Temple Guard should be able to deal with them pretty easily, just because our Temple Guards do have anti-large. But he has brought in the Sisters of Slaughter, and our big boy, Red-Crested Skin Chief, is just shredding with his Ancient Stegodon. Croxagors over here are hammering into their targets. Look at that. Look, he's just sent 4 units flying from a freaking hammer blow. So the Feral Manticore did manage to get into our backline with our Ancient Sallies. We have managed to move these guys off and give chase to these, but we're bringing our Bastiladon boy into the melee range now. I think we were bringing him into melee range, but the Feral Manticore has already rampaged due to our Ancient Sallies and our skin cohorts. But you can see here, the Bleak Sword's already running, the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower is gone. Our Red-Crested Skin Chief are getting taken out by the Sisters of Slaughter. Yeah, Sisters of Slaughter, is that what these ones are? I'm pretty sure they are. yeah, Sisters of Slaughter. They would just shred through our Great Axe Infantry. But we do have the Temple Guard here, and they are sort of winning, but they are attacked in the flank from the Bleak Swords. But we are pretty much giving chase. You can see here we've pretty much destroyed the Slaanesh's Harvesters, as well as the Supreme Sorceress of Death. Our Kroxigors are all the way down here, and we've brought them down with the Great Axe Infantry just to get those poison attacks off and deal with them. You can see up here, they are losing this fight as well. He did get the Knights of the Ebon Claw in, and they are dealing with our Ancient Salamanders, but we did have a group of Temple Guards in here for reserve, just in case something like this did happen. So it's kind of just all guns ho blazing. Our Ancient Sallies are still popping off, and he comes in with the Doomfire Warlocks as well, trying to get some more damage off. It didn't really go too well for him, but our big boy Ancient Stegodon down here is getting some damage. We just decided to move our Red-Crested Skink Chief in, try to get into the back line to deal with the Supreme Sorceress, because our big boy does have some ranged attacks. But you can see we weren't able to finish her off. We did get a route, so that was pretty good. But yeah, the main leadership now that they've got is the Knight Assassin, which we weren't too worried about. We've got our Bastillodon popping off on him from up here, and we've pretty much dealt with the Knights of the Ebon Claw. We did have the higher ground as well, which was a really big advantage for us, because running up higher ground with his troops does exhaust them faster. We've got the Skin Cohorts here, Temple Guards to deal with the rest of these Knights of the Ebon Claw. I wasn't too worried about them, but you can see down here, the Sisters of Slaughter are popping off. Like, they've just started going and going and going, and they are dealing some serious damage to us because of their murderous mastery. But we did decide to move our Ancient Sallies down here and try to assist, but like, they've gone through a group of Red-Crested Skinks as well as Temple Guards, so they are dealing quite a bit of damage. So we decided to focus our ranged artillery on that. And over here you can see that our Red-Crested Skink Chief is getting routed. So the Knight Assassin was able to deal quite a bit of damage to us because he is built as a duelist, so he can kind of deal quite a bit of damage to us. And yeah, we just kind of wanted our Kroxigors and the rest of our Star Chamber Guardians in pursuit of these guys, because without a doubt our Kroxigors could handle this Knight Assassin. Here we go. They're coming in. They're going to pop off here. They're just going to try and trap him, swing their mighty hammers around. Star Chamber Guardians are coming in as well. Look at this. Look at this onslaught. And we've got the Bastillodon firing down from the hill as well. He's not going to last much longer. Well, you can see here, he did our Red-Crested Skink Chief did come back from the fight, and we are getting him up against the Knights of the Ebon Claw, which probably wasn't the best pairing, but we do cause terror because of our big boy. And you can see here, the rest of his units are pretty much routed. His Knight Assassin, which is his only leadership left, is pretty much demoralized, and just like that, we've managed to get this battle. Now, in terms of units, we did lose quite a few units. I was surprised at how well they were able to take out our Temple Guards as well as our Red-Crested Skinks. But you can see here our Kroxigors, real MVPs coming in, as well as our Red-Crested Skink Chief just carrying heavily. The Supreme Sorceress, she didn't really do much to us, which I was kind of thankful for. But yeah, the Sisters of Slaughter, they did some serious damage. The Black Ark Corsairs didn't really do anything for our opponent as well. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for today. The Red-Crested Skink Chiefs, their poison attacks did come in handy. Skin Cohorts didn't really do anything. They were just there to kind of soak damage. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for today, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below for more. But other than that, I will catch you in the next one.